So before I even begin, I really must say I am excited to see David Corenswet bring James Gunn's vision of Superman to the big screen, and I'm cautiously optimistic about everything I've seen so far.
Seemingly acting as a representative of the United States
representing anybody except for me
around the world.
and doing good. Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
With that being said, can we please stop taking a crap on the Snyderverse and specifically on Snyder's Superman? I know he's invulnerable, but I think he's taken enough of a beating at this point. I say that because, in retrospect, who really did it better? I mean, Suicide Squad is straight butt cheeks.
All are trash.
The Wonder Woman film is wildly overrated for what it does. I remember when there were people claiming that this movie was as good as, or better, than The Dark Knight. And now they're trying to pretend that never happened.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the
And it's just because we now collectively agree that Gal Gadot is just not good
Luxuries, they
at
need luxuries.
stuff. Anyway, the second Wonder Woman film is a dumpster fire. Now, Aquaman will always hold a special place in my heart, and I think it also had a much higher hill to climb, so I graded on a special Momoa curve, and unfortunately, the second Aquaman is lukewarm hot dog water. The first Shazam film is mid, but I mean that in the softest sense of the word, and honestly, the second one is also mid. Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn, we'll have to put that in a gray area because I don't remember almost anything from that movie, but I will cautiously label it as mid. Then James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which I think is also a little bit overrated, but you know, just a little, just a tad. It's pretty good, boss. I don't know what to tell you. Solid stuff from Brother Gunn.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work.
Black Adam is not good. I'm not going to say it's bad because it falls within a pretty straightforward formula like bowling with the guardrails up. It's just not a good version of that formula. Black Adam is soggy bread you tried to save by toasting it. And the Rock effect is over. And I'm glad it's dead. And the Flash is the drippings from the mop bucket the janitor used to clean up the juices from a local gangbang. What? And I won't hear otherwise.
What did you say?
Supergirl was chill though. I mean, yeah. The Joker and the Batman are standalone projects, so they don't count, and I don't need to talk about them. And guess what, buddy? That's it. Outside of the 1.5 Justice League films, that's it. The DCEU, born on a Monday, buried on a Sunday, born. This doesn't let the insanely rushed trilogy of Zack Snyder films off the hook, though. Going from Man of Steel to the ultimate comic book villain in Darkseid might be the most ridiculous pace I've ever seen. And it can't be overstated that Snyder fans are one of the reasons those films get hate.
Brother, this guy stinks! Hell! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Listen, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just not interested in discussing the Reddit atheist variant of Lex Luthor in this particular video. My point is, mistakes were made. And for all my cable heads out there, I think it's high time to admit that it wasn't just the gray tone of the film or the missteps in the script. Henry Cavill is just not that great of an actor.
What the fuck's your problem? You want to sit here and say that I'm a goddamn
He's not bad, okay, but he's not great. His best acting role so far has been him playing second fiddle to Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Fallout. That's not to say that what he did with his time with Superman was bad work. It wasn't. And perhaps a different director taking Superman in a different direction could have gotten a better performance out of him. I don't doubt that at all. And that's really the crux of the issue. Snyder just wasn't the guy for this kind of project. Even though it has some compelling individual elements, including one of the most entertaining Superman moments ever put to film, one of the best displays of what it would look like if two people who could punch at the speed of sound and also throw oil tankers at each other exchange blows, and one of my favorite soundtracks from the canon of the legendary Hans Zimmer. And even though the overall scope of specifically Batman v Superman feels like a 17-year-old philosophy bro discovering the concept of transcendentals, there are some elements of how the figure of Superman engages with the world and how the world engages with him that could have been compelling. Unfortunately,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
This project was doomed to fail at the pace they set to get to the destination they were going. I don't care what anyone says, they sped run to DC's ultimate villain, and that was a mistake. However, both Man of Steel and Batman v Superman discussion will be tabled for a later date. What's undeniable is that Zack Snyder is a fantastic visual director, and what I cannot fault him for is making some bold decisions with Superman that were ultimately not compelling because of their execution. I'm glad he tried, and I'm also glad that he failed, because I'm sorry, Injustice Superman is just not compelling to me. I don't want to see that on the big screen. Like, we're done, okay?
I often wonder, how many alternate timelines do you destroy the world?
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Anyways, I think it's time to let this particular dead horse rest in peace, outside of actual thought-out retrospectives that aren't just random hate, and move our focus on to, just supporting the coming dawn of an all-new, all-different, new 52 absolute DCEU. Okay, you love to see it. I'm excited. Anyways, that's all I got for you. Peace out.